Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, here continuing the journey of the Batman. This is the Batman Season 3, Episode 6, Cash for Toys. That's an interesting title, Cash for Toys. I'm curious to see what the reasoning is behind that title for this episode. So last week's episode was really interesting. Number one, we had a really interesting villain, Gearhead, who used nanotech essentially. Not like he created the nanotech, he was the nanotech. He was able to turn regular ordinary cars into this super hijacked, like YOLO, like sports looking vehicle. And we had a Batmobile-esque type villain because that's essentially what Bruce had to use to go after this guy. And the Batmobile we've been following since the first episode of the show got destroyed. I think it was the first we saw in the first episode, but the Batmobile we've been used to for all these years with the, well, years of the show airing, but the seasons got destroyed. And Bruce was really attached to that vehicle because he had it for so long. So he had to create a new one. And it's badass. Now, we got to see, of course, a little bit of it, but I'm curious to see more of it now because I never thought about getting an upgrade to the Batmobile in the show. Like, I never really thought that would be a thing we would do because, of course, we've seen variations of the bat suit a little bit from here or there depending on what type of villain he's facing, like Mr. Freeze or Killer Croc, but I never really thought, how about a Batmobile change? You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to see, just to see what more can it do. Also a bonus was the fact that Batgirl was in the episode and she actually rode in the Batmobile and she's like going woohoo, going crazy, like really enjoying the Batmobile. And Bruce, of course, at the end of the episode took it out for a spin because Alfred's like, I didn't hear the Batwave, I didn't hear that go off. He's like, just gonna take it for a drive. Like, he's really attached to the new Batmobile because, of course, it's so much faster and everything, and so he's really digging it. And of course, he's gonna have to test it out and make sure it's ready to go when more villains start to show up because that will end up happening. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get into it now. I'm loving the show so far, as you guys know. I'm loving this journey, and thank you guys so much for supporting and watching along with me. Here we go, guys. Episode 6, Season 3, Cash for Toys. Let's go.
New from Crankco, the Cosmo Flyer. The sky's the limit.
I can't think of a toy more fun for a child. Or one more dangerous.
Exactly.
Just ask Timmy Snyder, who went on a wild
Holy
ride
crap.
over 3 counties before authorities could save him. And the Zoom pets?
Oh my god. Oh, it's evil.
Flame retardant? They weren't.
Well, get a load of the new model. It's too diddly deadly.
I mean, that's pretty brutal. Here we go.
He's buried under a building? Aww.
You like playing with toys, Crank? Try mine.
Try mine. Love that.
Yeah.
No more.
Refills sold separately.
Exactly. I like that. Good luck. Exactly. Yes, I was waiting for this. It's been a bit since we've seen that. Uh-oh. Watch out. Ooh.
I own your weak bat butt.
Not really.
That's why I'm assigning you round-the-clock police protection.
Oh, no.
I really don't think that's necessary.
No.
It's not open for debate.
Dash Dankinson, the last line of
Not
defense
this
will
dude. Oh, my God.
Because I'm not just your bodyguard, Wayne. I'm your wingman.
Wingman. Oh, Jesus. Suit up. Yep. Yeah, don't answer the door. Yeah. Just stand there. Yeah, just keep standing there.
Special delivery.
Oh my god. He's got to be careful because he can't really, well, he can't really show himself, like showing what he can do.
Careful, son.
Extra knuckle!
Oh wow, he's actually, okay. And there's a video camera on there, I'm guessing, so he's got to be careful.
Help.
You destroyed it, yay, go Cash.
Get down!
Yeah, he's got to sneak.
My job.
Drinking some coffee, hot chocolate.
Crank made a second attempt on Bruce Wayne's life tonight.
I'm hoping to find something the police missed. Just by
Well,
time
good luck on finding it.
Asks after me.
No worries there, sir.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. That was so close. Oh my god. Oh, he's destroying it. Yeah, destroying the building. Yep. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Oh, no.
Surprise, Batman!
Surprise! I got more rockets.
You were out partying. You never
Never
leave your wingman.
leave your wingman.
You were sound asleep. I'd rather have a wingman, Detective Tankinson.
Or have a wingman.
Think we could, lose these now?
Back seat, Freddy. Cash Tankinson always.
He's driving, of course. Yep, here comes the toy, of course.
It's Craig! Look out! How about we try on a pair of Cash Tankinson's
Wait, I
size
bet it was just a
boots?
kid's toy.
My toy.
Oh.
Holy crap!
Wanna go?
I wasn't expecting that.
Help!
Drop
You're not gonna
one,
catch him.
Cash dropped you! I'm commandeering this vehicle.
It's an ice cream truck. I think so. Oh no. Oh no.
The playland children will never get to enjoy. All because of you! My very own limited edition
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne non-action figure.
Wasn't expecting that, were you?
The Batman?
Yep, the Batman.
Where's Wayne?
Safely on
home.
his way home, apparently.
Those things are kind of creepy, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them. Yep. Ooh.
Kitty.
Kitty, kitty. Ooh. Come on. This is so weird. There you go. Oh, he's going for him.
Gotcha.
New from
Jeez.
Graco.
Okay. Okay. He's taking that. Holy crap.
Come on now, you can't turn Cash
How you gonna
into
save
a
him?
candle.
How you gonna save him?
I got my whole...
There you go.
Some of this. Let's go.
Wanna go? You wanna go?
No, zoom head.
They've
You can't
turned.
do this, I
They've turned on their
created
master.
Safely on his way home.
Yep.
Actually, the detective had my back, Commissioner.
Cash prefers working alone.
Sure. There you have it, guys. Cash for Toys, episode 6 of the Batman season 3. And I'll have to say, I think this was a pretty interesting episode, especially the villain, who was a version, in a sense, of Toyman. Because I'm like, oh, this is their version of Toyman or whatever. And at first I'm thinking, is Toymaker the character name in the comics? But it's actually Toyman. But I looked into it, and it seems that they made this version, like, kind of up, like this character up, essentially, and he's like Toyman, but not really. Maybe there's character rights issues why they couldn't actually use Toyman. I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, we have Toymaker. We have this this guy, who essentially, his company was shut down because, and what's interesting is that we had, like, a commercial play for, like, this hoverboard type thing, and it was insane. Like, okay, kids can just fly now. And Bruce was there at a board meeting showcasing, like, different footage of, like, kids being hurt or being, you know, like something was happening with the toys, some sort of way to show that these are very dangerous for kids. And I mean, showing a hoverboard like that where the kids can fly up over parks and stuff, like they can just fly extremely high just on a hoverboard, yeah, that's extremely dangerous, because if a kid just falls off, they could die, essentially. And that's what kind of was being implied, is that this could kill kids potentially, right? Especially with that one kid who's being, like, I think he said like 3 counties, or he was like going for a very long time. That kid was just holding on to the hoverboard as it was flying, and they had to save him. It shows how dangerous it could be. Like, hey, would it be really cool if they made a toy like that in terms of a hoverboard, but it actually works? You could just fly around and shit. Yeah, but it's very dangerous as well. But it would be fun, essentially, right? If there was no potential effect of you being hurt or whatever. So Bruce shut this guy's company down. A toy walks on in with his face on, like, the belly or something of the toy, or the chest area, and there he is on video for him, you know, and I'm taking you down, Bruce. And so he goes after Bruce. Like, his whole goal is to go after Bruce Wayne. And what does this episode do? Which I was hoping for Batgirl, especially with Jim showing up, but who showed up instead? It's kind of a side character. It's Cash. Oh my god. I never thought this character would show up again. I'm thinking, oh my, are you kidding me? We're really bringing him back? Okay, because at the same time, he is ridiculous and over the top, but it makes sense for the character, right? So they did a pretty good job with reintroducing him in this episode. And it's so funny. He is protective duty on Bruce. And Bruce is like, oh, great, yeah, I mean, I don't need this. And Jim's like, no negotiations. There is no debate. You have to have a protection because this guy's coming after you. And, of course, Jim doesn't know the truth, that he's talking to Batman. He doesn't know that when he's talking to Bruce. So he doesn't realize, oh, Bruce doesn't actually need, someone to protect him. He doesn't need it. And so I love that Cash is just being Cash as normal. He's like, no, Bruce, we're going to party, man. We took down that robot together. And I love how Bruce played that off. Because the thing clearly has a sort of camera to detect Bruce Wayne. And because it brought the little box or whatever, and Cash is like reading it and everything. And so it knocks out Cash. Cash actually got some hits in on that thing. Surprised. And then Bruce had to be careful because ultimately he can't start really showing himself too much to the camera. Because if there is a camera and Toymaker is watching that on a feed somewhere, he could see that Bruce really knows how to fight. And then when he ends up fighting Batman, he could put two and two together, essentially, right? Like at some point that could happen. Of course it did not in this episode, but you know what I'm saying. So he actually destroys it. He like opens up the compartment, Bruce does, and rips out some electrical cords or whatever, destroys them, and then it's like, but he has to pretend like, oh, help me, get off me. And Cash runs over with like a pan or something and starts slamming it. It's like, you destroyed it, Cash. So Cash is like, we're wingman, we're buddies now. Let's stay up all night, and then he's passed out. So Bruce goes out and runs into the toys or whatever, and things just unfold from there. Of course, Batman was there at the very beginning when Toymaker went after Bruce and everything. I'm surprised Toymaker didn't bring that up, but he was flying on the hoverboard and all that kind of stuff, and that was really cool to see that because the Batmobile and all that kind of stuff. So sorry I'm jumping around. I missed that first part there because I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. But seeing the Batmobile was awesome and everything, and seeing like the actual like mechanical wings as he shot out of the Batmobile was awesome as well. But we get to that part there, and so he goes back home and he has this the confetti in his hair because he blew it like a giant balloon and destroyed the whole building essentially of the toy makers, like where his job, where he was making all these really dangerous toys were. But that was really funny. And at one point Cash is not sleepwalking, but he wakes up looking for the bathroom, and Alfred is coming up from the Batcave, and it's like a shelving type thing drops down, and then the doors open with the bat thing. It's like occupied, and Cash like like, that was too close, but it was so funny. It was so good. Like, it was that close for Cash to figure it out. If he was more awake, he would have put it together. Like, where did you go? Like, what's down there? And I think I just saw a bat symbol on the door. So, oh my gosh. And then they were, of course, handcuffed together because Cash, didn't want him leaving again, thinking he went out partying. So they go to the park, and of course, and I really thought right away we're getting to the toy maker showing up, because he showed up, of course, with that giant, like, dreidel or whatever. It was like kind of a crazy machine. It was giant too, but that little toy started walking up, and freaking Cash destroys it. That kid starts crying. I'm like, of course, because the toy maker, you assume every single toy, and I would understand this. Every single toy could be toy makers, and it could be bad. So he destroys it. Kid starts crying. Poor kid. So Bruce wanted to be captured. Now he didn't know that Toymaker was going to show up with that device that actually takes him and puts him inside the dreidel or inside that machine. He had no idea, but he wanted to be taken by Toymaker. Now, who's to say Toymaker didn't want to kill Bruce right then and there in the park? I mean, Toymaker's done all this stuff. He's went after Bruce at his own building, attacked all those other kind of people, been attacking other people. Why exactly do you think? I don't know. I guess because it's a kid's show. He's not going to actually show up and try to kill Bruce out in the open in a park. But it could realistically happen. He could have showed up and actually ran over Bruce and killed him. Could have. But of course, it takes him. He is prepared. He gets out. Now, I was wondering this as he revealed that, of course, he had the suit and everything, and he wanted to be captured by Toymaker. How is he going to explain to Toymaker where Bruce is? Because you put Bruce in the machine, out comes Batman. How do you explain that? He's like, he's on his way back home. It's like, okay. So I guess he found a way to get Bruce out and put him inside the machine or something. right? I don't know. But I will say, the Toymaker land that he brought Bruce to, or he was wanting to bring Bruce to make like a limited edition non-action Bruce Wayne or whatever, because that like psychedelic looking like river was really interesting, but it was like it wasn't water, obviously. It was some sort of thing like where it was gonna like, I guess, turn Bruce into plastic or something. It was kind of bizarre to see, but it was really cool visually. And so we had all the toys, and Cash, of course, shows up as well. We have all the toys that we've seen. We've seen most of them already in the episode one way or the other, and they had to fight all of them at once. And I'm thinking, how's this gonna work? Especially Cash, because he doesn't know what he's really doing. But it was interesting to see, because Batman had to figure out, how do I stop this guy, because he's controlling all these different toys. Like, of course, the remote he has. Like, they keep... I was thinking more about that, too, as the episode ended. I'm like, the remote is what really was the turning point, because that was what he was mostly using to control... Like, that's how he controlled everything, was through his remote. It was a very simple-looking remote, but still, that's what he used. And so, Bruce turned the tides. When he got a hold of that remote, he said he maneuvered it and then got all the toys to turn on their master. Turn on the master. Go after Toymaker. And, yeah... got arrested, and Cash at one point was like, you need a partner, Batman? No, of course, he flew away. Like, no, you don't need a partner. I didn't know. I thought this guy was off the force. Like, Cash, like, I didn't think he would come back, but hey, who am I to say? I don't know. But it definitely was fun, for sure, to see that. I do wish Batgirl was in the episode, but it's okay. Because you have Cash show up, that kind of, like, just adds the... like some humor to it, for sure, because this episode was funny. I don't think Toymaker was funny. I think Cash being over the top and being ridiculous was funny, because Toymaker had some weird lines, of course we had to make some puns about toys or whatever, but puns are puns, but I feel like Cash added an interesting element to it, because if this episode had Batgirl, awesome, cool. Wonder how they would handle the episode with Bruce being the target, and how trying to get around the fact that she at one point predicted that Bruce was Batman. Now she's back to the drawing board, essentially, of who was Batman. So I wonder how that dynamic would have worked. But if there was no Batgirl and no Cash, this episode, I think, would have been drastically different in regards to not having that protection or whatever in terms of Cash, but who else could it, like, what else could they have done with the episode? So I felt like they knew going in that they wanted to have some humor, because Toymaker is a ridiculous villain, but it was definitely interesting and different for the show, right? So I think Cash was just definitely an added bonus to this already interesting episode, for sure. I think it was definitely interesting, and I overall enjoyed it. I mean, I'm loving the show. What isn't there to love? Hey, like I said, I wanted Batgirl, but that's just me, because I love Batgirl, but that's just me, Overall, I'm still going to enjoy the show, and just seeing the new Batmobile, even more of it, cool shit. Anyways, what did you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. What were some of your highlights from the episode? And did you enjoy Cash in the episode? I really was surprised seeing him, but hey, at the same time, it's fun. It really is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.